And a pleasant good evening. Welcome inside of the Panther Den that is about to go dark as we get set for tonight's varsity basketball action. It's another conference showdown. The West Henderson Falcons and the Franklin Panthers ready to do battle tonight. First up, it's the varsity girls here on a chilly night, but the good news is we're playing basketball. I don't think the crowd is as big as it could be with all of the snow that's hanging around, all the ice really that's hanging around on the roads. Don't expect a big crowd here tonight, but we're just glad that we are inside. It's warm, and we are getting set for two teams that have played a lot over the past couple of years, and these two teams have sights on a conference championship, but the West Henderson Falcons come in third place in the Mountain 7 Conference at 2-2. The Panthers at 3-1 in the conference, 7-6 overall. West Henderson 7-8 overall. Pisgah is the team that everybody is chasing. The Panthers lost a heartbreaker a couple of weeks ago here at the Panther Den to the Sugar Bears in overtime. They stand at 4-0. We'll run down the lineup and the new schedule that has been shuffled around because of all the snow and all the configuring that you have to do. We'll talk about that as we go along here. Both teams been introduced, and looks like we are ready for some basketball on this chilly Tuesday evening. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. I'm George Young alongside of our fantastic FPSN crew, including Philip Angel and Joshua Chastain. The officials are ready, and the Panthers will have the opening tip. It's Bristol Brooks that'll run the points. Panthers coming off a thrilling win against Andrews on Thursday night of last week. It seems like a long time ago before the snowstorm blew in. We'll talk about that game too as it came down to the wire. Bristol Brooks was one of the heroes in that game. She has it up top. Got to kick it over. It's a three off the mark by Clemens, an offensive rebound. Underneath it goes, and that shot wouldn't go. Another chance underneath. Kicked around, out of bounds, going to stay with the Panthers. Caitlin Foster underneath, couldn't get it to go. And it's going to be Bristol Brooks who hit the game-winning free throw with about 2 seconds left in that game against Andrews last Thursday in Andrews. Underneath, knocked away. Clemens picks it up, shoots it to Aubrey Haley, and Haley's going to lose it out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Panthers. Yes, it will. That'll be last touched by Lady Falcon, dressed in their familiar dark blue. And it goes. Clemens kicks it out, and it's a turnover. West Henderson off to the races. Now they're going to back it out. Have that red trim. The numerals are red and white. Kind of hard to pick up from time to time. It's Lyda that will jack in. She can't hit. Aiden Lyda, longtime Lady Falcon under Casey Byer. She's played for many, many years. We have called that name here on YouTube and Facebook. Top of the key, it is Aubrey Haley. Gives it up to Bristol Brooks. She's going to split a double team, and she'll be fouled. That's going to send Bristol to the line for a couple of shots. She was in the act of shooting. First foul whistled on either team. That one's going against Allison Justice. Justice is first. Team's first. Brooks first is up and good. Nothing but net. Panthers with 2 wins last week. One in conference, one non-conference game. As we had the game against North Henderson last Tuesday, week ago from tonight. And it was a convincing win. It was a running clock in that fourth quarter. Lyda, check that. That's Justice holds it up top, kicks it over. It's a three, up and good from the corner by Maya Min, a senior with the trifecta. They give West Henderson an early 3-2 advantage. 6:15 left. Clemens tries to answer, in and out. Long board. It'll be picked up by the Falcons. Amen with it, going to kick it up top. Justice kicks it over Amen, three, off the mark. Rebound on the floor. It's a jump ball, and the possession arrow going to stay with West Henderson. You see the fella standing on the left side of your screen with the gigantic camera. That's WLOS. They were interviewing Max McClure out in the lobby before we started this one. Turnover underneath. There's the fella. There he is. He can't wave at us. He doesn't know he's on. Max McClure, if you didn't know, underneath it goes Bristol Brooks, so that one's well off the mark. Max set the all-time career scoring mark last week against Andrews. We were counting it down a week ago, and we came up 7 points short. In the paint, stripped away. Nyla Carroll drove in. She's going to take a seat now. West will keep possession underneath their own basket. It's Maya Men that will trigger. Looks to get it in, does. Up high. Justice dishes. Back out it goes, Justice. She's open for a three. In and out, no good. And Bristol Brooks comes down with a rebound. Brooks going to slow it down now. They're going to honor Max before the starting lineups are introduced at his game coming up around 8 o'clock or so. Justice kicks it into the corner. It's Lyda, and she's going to be fouled. It'll be the first whistled on the Panthers. That one's going against Caitlin Foster. Eventually, Falcons get it into a Men. Men will get it back. She's going to attempt and hit from downtown. All the scoring so far has been from three-point land for the Lady Falcons. Panthers now trailing 6-2. Haley going to swing it over to Bristol Brooks. Back it goes, cross court, into the corner now. A three is up and good. Aubrey Haley able to hit the trifecta from that right corner. It'll cut into the lead now, though. They'll say that she was on the line. It was just a two-pointer. 6-4. 2-point edge for the West Henderson Falcons. In the attack. Justice kicks it into the corner. Back it goes. Up top, Justice. He'll dribble around, give it up. Going to find a Men. Dishing underneath. Justice. Wild shot, no. Haley with the board. She steps on the baseline. That'll be a turnover. Goes back to West Henderson. Coming in for Coach Casey Byer is Sawyer Emanuel. Allison Justice going to take a seat for the Lady Falcons. Top of the key three. In and out. Brooks races. Bristol going to back it out now. Give it up. It's Plemons. Back it goes Bristol. She's open for three. That one's off the mark. At a board. Off to the Lady Falcons. 3:30 left. First quarter. In the paint. Running shot, no. Kicked around. And off of a Lady Panther. I think last touch by Aubrey Haley. Carroll going to check back in. Nyla Carroll for the Lady Falcons. Peyton Beatty going to check in for Hartbarger. And the Lady Panthers. Up high it goes. It's Lyda. She'll kick it. Back it goes, Lyda. Open. Wouldn't go. A rebound off to Bristol Brooks. Brooks attacks high off the glass. Bristol Brooks ties it up at 6 apiece. Manuel dribbling up high, gives it up to Carroll. We'll swing it back up top. Over to Carroll. She's going to drive in. Check that. Yeah, that is Carroll. Drove in. We've got a whistle underneath. And it's a turnover. There's some subs checking in. Riley Green along with Anna Stiles check in for Scott Hardbarger and the Lady Panthers. Peyton Beatty's shot would not fall, and it's out of bounds to the Lady Falcons. 2:24 left in a low-scoring game. Both teams are heaving them, but not many falling early on here. I thought it'll be a pretty even matchup as we've got a bump. Second foul whistled on the Lady Panthers. Riley Green going to pick up the foul, her first. Both teams at a very similar mark as the Panthers are 7-6. West Henderson at 7-8 coming into tonight's contest. Carroll 3, off the mark. Battle for the board. Jump ball, possession arrow going to stay with West Henderson. 2:02 left here in the first. Carroll to trigger. Gets it in up high. Lyda had it. Gives it back to Lyda. Does Carroll. They'll swing it over. Right side. Shot wouldn't go for Manuel. A fight for it. It's out of bounds. Stays with West Henderson. Casey Byer going to check in. Caitlin McCollin. As again, it's going to be Carroll that'll trigger. Lyda gives it up, almost a turnover. Now baseline, traveling in, it's Druskus. Druskus gets her own missed shot, able to somehow get it back out. Carroll lost control, it's out of bounds, and it's going to the Panthers. Minute 28 to go, first quarter, tied at 6 apiece. Glad you're with us as folks get that notification and are tuning in. Whatever platform, YouTube or Facebook. And if you're not getting notifications, make sure that that bell on YouTube is clicked. Ring that bell as the shot's up and good for Peyton Beatty. Make sure the notifications are set to all so that you'll get all those notifications, especially the ones when we go live. Facebook the same way, but it's a little bit more complicated. Sometimes they send you reminders, sometimes they don't, but make sure that you've got notifications turned on for our page specifically if you would like to know when we go live, as these times do fluctuate, especially during basketball and baseball season. There's a rebound that was stolen away. Carroll with it. Is that a three? Yes, it is. Nyla Carroll from downtown, and it's 9-8 West. After the Panthers have taken an early lead. It's very brief in the corner. We've got a foul coming up on West Henderson. Nyla Carroll going to pick up the foul for West Henderson. Just the second whistled on the Falcons. Josie Dehart going to check in for Hartbarger as Bristol Brooks takes a seat with a final 12.5 remaining here first quarter. Riley Green, you see her on your screen, going to trigger. She gets it up top. Peyton Beatty drove in, decided to give it up. 5 seconds left, got to do something with it. Shot would not go from the corner by Riley Green, and that's going to do it. 1 quarter in the books. West Henderson with a 1-point advantage at 9-8 as we take a break. Stay with us. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
You see the West Henderson boys, along with Lynn Baker, head cheer coach, traveling down the baseline there. Did have a question in the chat on YouTube. When does the boys' game start? Well, it's about 8 o'clock or so, but you never know. Whatever the varsity girls are done, it usually takes about 15 minutes until we have the opening tip with the starting lineups and all that stuff. They're going to have a special presentation as there's another foul, reach in on West Henderson. Looks like it's going to go against Allison Justice. So it may be a little past 8 o'clock before we start the varsity boys. First whistled on, check that's going to be the second whistled on Allison Justice and the first whistled on West Henderson. Bristol Brooks going to swing it over Layla Malloy. Swing it over, left side of three. DeHart wouldn't go, and West Henderson comes out with a rebound. Carroll from the corner, or check that, Amen from the corner, and Amen couldn't get it from downtown. West not afraid to jack the threes. They've been falling early on here. Another tie-up. Possession arrow going to be with the West Henderson Falcons. June Scontras triggered for West. In the paint, off the mark with the shot was Riley Druskis. Bristol Brooks going to bring it up. She'll call out the offense for Coach Scott Hartbarger. Clemens on the dribble. Kicks. Back it goes. Clemens. Now Bristol Brooks will have it. Under 7 minutes left here in the first half. Panthers methodical offensively. Bristol can't get it to go from downtown. Off to the races. It's the Lady Falcons of West Henderson. Into the corner, Amen will double dribble. That'll be a turnover for Coach Casey Byard's bunch. 6:37 left in the second. Have not seen a bucket fall for either team so far in the second quarter. Clemens kicks it. Now back up top, Bristol Brooks. She almost carried it. Back out Clemens. Jacks can't hit from downtown. And the Lady Falcons will pick it up. One and done possession for the Panthers. Druskis will call out the offense. Swings it over to Lyda. Lyda to Druskis. So we approach 6 minutes left. In the corner now. Driving. Lifting a shot. No good. Offensive rebound. And another three is up and good. Maya Min. And the West Henderson Falcons take a 12-8 lead. After that, three from Maya Min. Brooks up top. Just directing traffic. Going to swing it over. It's Clemens. She hasn't hit one lately from downtown. She will jack it, though. Bristol tries to answer. Back of the iron, no. Rebound. Over the back, they're going to whistle on the Lady Panthers. Caitlin Foster going to pick up the foul. Riley Green going to check back into the game. As it looked like Layla Malloy is hobbling a little bit. She's going to get checked out by Lynette Gibson. Let's see if she's okay. Almost to travel. Over to Nyla Carroll. Lost control. And it's a turnover. Brooks races. Clemens for three. Off the mark. West Henderson able to get back defensively and have really stifled the Panthers' fast break opportunities. We've seen that early on in this second half of the season. A couple of shots coming up as that one rolls off the mark. June Scontras will be at the line, the freshman, and that is the third foul on Caitlin Foster. And that is a developing story here as the first one is up and good. Lyda and check in. Second shot is up and good. 13-8. West Henderson now a whistle, and looks like Coach Scott Hartbarger wants to talk it over. It's going to be a 30-second. Oh, it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a quick break. 4:48 left. 13-8 West. Back after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. 14-8. West Henderson opens up the lead. Coach Scott Hartbarger wants to talk things over. Here's the updated schedule. I teased it in the open. Smoky Mountain was moved from Friday to tomorrow night. There was supposed to be a game at home this Friday against Smoky Mountain. Against Swain. And it has been moved all the way down to February 5th. That's the updated schedule. They'll play 3 games this week. Tomorrow night at Smoky Mountain, and then at Hayesville Thursday night. And the North Carolina High School Athletic Association has a rule that says you cannot play 4 consecutive games. You can't play 4 in a week, as Bristol Brooks gets the roll to get off the schneid. Panthers yet to score in this second half, or this second quarter. So there was a game that had to be moved, and they were able to move the Swain game. High off the glass, good. Riley Green with the bucket, and the pep talk by Hartbarger has worked. 4 quick points here after the timeout by the Lady Panthers. Into the corner, it's Carroll for 3. That one's off the mark, and we've got a whistle and an over the back on Lady Falcons. Look like it's June Scrontras that'll pick up the foul. The freshman will get her first personal. That'll be the second whistled on West. So they had to move a game. You can play 4 games in a week if you play it 1 on a Saturday and you get a waiver. Peyton Beatty will be at the line. She'll try to tie the game at 14. Lyda going to pick up the foul. Caden Lyda, her first. Third on West. 2 shots upcoming. And she gets the first. Got them both. We're tied at 14. Lyda playing catch with Strontis. And into the corner it goes and hitting the deck. And some fouls will be assessed here as Strontis tried to attack, but was tripped, and it was Aubrey Haley that tripped her. It'll be the first on Haley and the third on Franklin. Allison Justice will get it inbounds. Into the corner it goes. 3. Druskus, no. Got her own rebound. Underneath. Gonna dribble out with it. Lyda finding Druskus. She'll get the roll. West goes back out in front. 16-14, Bristol Brooks with it. Over to Plemons. Plemons pulls up. In and out. Rebound. Underneath a foul as Beatty got the board. Beatty will be at the line. 4th whistled on West, and that one's going against Druskus, her first. Beatty can't get the first. One more upcoming. She got the second. 3:12 left first half. Panthers pick up in the backcourt. A little pressure. Falcons break it to the hole. Wouldn't go for Justice. Panthers quickly out in front. Clemens open. Lifts a pass that's knocked away. Druskus kicks it. Lida now will find Druskus. A man in the corner. She thought about it. Gives it up. Now knocked around and picked up by a Panther. Now a fight for it. Traveling going to be the call on Peyton Beatty. That would be West Henderson basketball. They thought that it was a possession to the Panthers with a tie-up. But it's West Henderson basketball. Druskus swings it. Knocked away underneath, and it's going to be off of a Lady Falcon. Last touch by Collier, I believe. West up just a point. It's been this way the entire first half. If you just joined us as we approach 7 o'clock. Dishing underneath, another turnover. West comes out with it. Open three. Off the mark. Panthers pick up the board. They've got numbers. Riley Green. West gets back defensively. Bristol Brooks gives it up. Plemons three. Got it! McKenna Plemons from downtown. That was a deep three. And the Panthers taking a 2-point lead. Up top, West tries to answer. Can't bank it home. Offensive rebound, and the stick back won't fall in the paint. Bristol Brooks secures the board. She's going to race. Kick. Green gives it up. Plemons open. Another three. Off the mark. Long board. Green with it. Lost control. Hit the deck. Bodies everywhere. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Franklin. And a technical going to be assessed to Scott Hartbarger. He walked out and just gave it to the official at the scores table just out of our camera range. I've never seen Scott get that upset. That was unbelievable. He didn't like the call on the other end, and I don't blame him. I don't know what he said, but he walked down the court and said something. The official immediately teed him up. So we got some free throw shots upcoming for West Henderson. Who's going to attempt? It's going to be a men. My men that will attempt the free throw shots for West Henderson. The technical shots here. The question is, who gets the ball? I think it's West Henderson ball. It was going to go to the Panthers on the alternating possession. Yeah, it's West Henderson ball. Yeah. Thought that was the rule. Scontris will trigger as West has possession with 70 seconds left in this first half. A men three. Back of the iron. Rebound Panthers coming out with it. It's Anna Stiles. He lost control of it. A lazy dribble in the coming up court. Under 60 seconds, down to 50. A three off the mark for Lida. Grabs her own rebound, goes up, and gets the bucket to go. Tied at 18 now with 40 seconds left. Bristol Brooks calls out the offense. 33 seconds left. Looks like they may want to hold for the last shot. Well, I say that, and Haley is open. She turns and shoots. When you're open, shoot it, right? And she had nothing but net for that shot as Justice drives in and got the baseline jumper to go. Allison Justice ties it at 20 apiece. We're down to 10 seconds left. Bristol Brooks got to get it up across that timeline, does. Pass knocked around. That'll do it. 1 quarter in the books. It's been an eventful first half. 20 apiece after 2 quarters here at the Panther Den. And you see the cheerleaders are going to cheer for us. And we're going to debut a new segment. And we're going to have multiple ones of these called Panther Tracks. Kind of a look back and reminiscing some of the history of Panther athletics. And this one is with Derek Rowland and Matt Corbin. That's coming up here in just a few moments as you watch the cheerleaders perform. Boys action, of course, coming up about 8 o'clock or so. So we're running on schedule, just a little bit past 7 o'clock right now. All right, we'll head on out to break. We'll be back for the beginning of the third quarter in just a few moments. Stay with us.
It's time now for Panther Tracks, a look back at the storied history of Franklin High School athletics.
There was tremendous hype around Coach G coming to Franklin, and it was, we're getting a big-time collegiate football coach that, wanted to come back to Franklin and take ownership of the football team, and that's exactly what happened. And I say football team because I think it was what happened with Coach G in his rookie year. When he came in, it went from a football team to a football program. I think what he did and what he was able to bring with his tremendous experience and track record in college, he was able to bring that directly to Franklin High School and begin implementing it immediately. Our practices, it went from, doing Oklahomas and then running plays, and it went from that to broken down into periods. We had 24 periods, and first 4 we were stretching, then we were going into breaking out in our separate offense and defense, specialization, working with linemen, linebackers, and really then coming back together at the end there. So the practices, the way we went about preparing for games, we would watch film on Monday and we would go light. Then we would have a heavy day Tuesday. Then we were back in our shoulder pads on Wednesdays, and Thursdays we would be watching film and prepping for games and walkthroughs. So, he brought a system, everything from our pregame meals to how we did things on the practice field, to the way we prepared for games, to the way we watched film, and really taught us a lot about the game of football and about, he had a system to where, we had a lot of great athletes on both of the years that I played. And his thing was he did not want people to play both ways. And so while you might have had, tremendous athletes, and there were some tremendous athletes that I was fortunate enough to play with in those years, you had your average athletes that also would play, but nobody would have to play both ways. So we were always fresh. That offense was always fresh. And so he was able to recognize talent in everyone. He was able to put the right people in the right places, and we really reaped the benefits of that, of him bringing that system here to Franklin.
I really think that we're still living in the positive effects downstream of the Goldsmith days now in 2024, and I think Coach Josh would be the first to say that. A lot of his early years coaching. He was under the tutelage of Coach G. And yeah, there was a lot of excitement then. When Derek was playing, I was a freshman. And there was a lot of excitement just around the program. I know there were a lot of names that were thrown around to lead our program in that year. What was that, 2000, 2001?
2001.
Yeah, and then there was sort of this thought that, well, Fred Goldsmith moved, I think he moved back here to retire, you know, and came back here where his lovely better half was hailed from, and you know, the thought of having him coach was fantastic, and many thought he wouldn't take the job, and he did, and like Derek said, just really implemented a calculated program that elevated what we were doing from day one. You could tell a difference not only from the players, but around the school, around the community. And I could sense that as I wasn't playing that first year that he coached. I was playing soccer. Interesting story how he recruited me. Maybe we'll get to that later. But yeah, you could just feel the excitement around it within the entire community. There was a buzz around that time, and I think we're very fortunate to have witnessed not only you know, the successes that we have right now at Franklin High School and what we've had over the last 2.5, almost 3 decades, but to be able to witness that transition happen and see Coach G really transform this program to what it is today.
And that's been Panther Tracks. Stay tuned to FPSN as we look back at Panther athletics. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
My name's Garrett Young. I'm a freshman, and I wrestle at FHS. And I've been selected for the FHS Athlete of the Month. My biggest goals are to win state as a freshman, which is going to be pretty tough, but also to go to these big tournaments nationwide and win it. I recently wrestled at the War Eagle tournament and ended up getting MVP. Really, it means a lot going in that high school tournament and wrestling all the big seniors and juniors. I just really wrestled smart, I wrestled hard. My biggest motivator is my dad. Helps me through really cutting weight and just have the mindset to go out there and dominate.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. Tied at 20 apiece at the break. Both teams back out of the locker room, and we are just about set to begin this third quarter. Glad that you are with us on YouTube and Facebook at the Franklin Panther Sports Network. They've got 8 minutes up on the scoreboard, and we're set and ready to go. Pretty much going the way that we thought coming into this one. Both teams very similar in their overall record. If you look at the scores and some of the teams that they have played. And we are tied at 20, so nothing has been decided just yet, as underneath a fight for it. Possession is going to be the Lady Falcons. They'll have their first chance at breaking this 20-all tie at the half. Amen with it, going to swing it over. Now it's Carroll giving it to Amen. Into the paint, back out. Carroll, 3, got it! The way she began the first half. And it's a 3 to give the West Henderson Falcons an early 3-point advantage, third quarter. High pass, knocked away. Picked up by Lyda. Allison Justice going to kick it into the corner. Carroll did not attempt. Cross-court pass knocked away. It's going to stay with West as Bristol Brooks got in the pass. Got into the passing lane, knocked it out of bounds. Allison Justice with it up top. Kick it over to Carroll. Over to Justice. Now Carroll going to attack. Lost control of it. Lifted a shot. Panthers come down with it. Bristol Brooks has run the point all season long. She'll have it. Over to Layla Malloy. Swing it up top. Malloy playing catch with Bristol Brooks. Now it's Beatty. Now Haley gonna split. Can't get it to go. Had the lane. Amen drives in, kicks it. In and out with the shot underneath. Panthers try to push it up court. Bristol Brooks lost it from behind, and it was last touched by Lady Falcon. 5:52 left. Low-scoring game. Brooks looks to dish. Does. Inbound it goes. Haley. Shot no. Rebound off to Carroll. Carroll with some issues. Picks it up. Thought about it. Gives it up. Back it goes Carroll. Now Justice driving. Kicking. 3. Laser beam. Wouldn't go. Fight for the board. Panthers come out with it, and they're going to whistle a foul on West Henderson. First foul for either team as Lyda's going to pick it up, I believe. That's going to go against Lyda. It'll be her second. Riley Druskus will check in. Maya Min takes a seat for Coach Casey Byer and the Falcons as we approach 5 minutes to go here. Third quarter, and I don't know if that was a pass, a shot, or something. There's another turnover. Back it goes to the Panthers. Brooks swings it. It's Malloy, 3, back of the iron. And the rebound to West. Panthers have not been able to get a lot of shots in this game. Really, either team. Lyda swings it. Justice kicks it. Carroll, 3, left side, off the mark. Bristol Brooks with the board. She's going to race up court, 4:40 left. Panthers have yet to score in this second half. Only a 3 by West. Changed that scoreboard so far, and we're pretty much halfway through. Haley, 3, rainbow, no. Rebound goes through the wickets of Peyton Beatty, and it's West Henderson off to the races down court. Off the glass, Caden Lyda. Lyda gives West a 5-point edge here, 25-20. As we do head under 4 minutes left. Bristol Brooks kicking it. Clemens into the corner. Malloy was open, drove in, and got bumped. On the floor, no shots. Second foul on West Henderson. And it's going to be Ella Collier that'll pick up the foul. That'll be her first. And it'll be the second on West Henderson. So you see Bristol Brooks ready to trigger. Pass knocked around, eventually secured by Layla Malloy. Finds Clemens, back it goes to Malloy, 3:45 left. Third quarter. Bristol on the dribble. Swinging it. Malloy. And we've got a whistle away from the basketball. And it's going against West Henderson. I didn't see what happened there. Be the third on West. I think it's going against Carroll, Nyla Carroll. Yeah, she's going to take a seat. Coach Byer decides to take her out of the game after picking up her second. Carroll did. And it goes. And Haley will head to the line. It's going to be the fourth whistle on West. And Sawyer Manuel will pick up the foul. Haley's first shot off the mark. One more at the stripe. Sub coming in for Coach Byer. June Sconchus, the freshman, in. Collier takes a seat. One more at the stripe for Aubrey Haley, the senior. And she gets the second to go. First points in the second half for the Panthers, and a 30-second timeout going to be called by Coach Scott Hartbarger. We'll keep it here. Look at the conference standings. See at the top of the conference, Pisgah. Everybody's trying to keep pace with the Sugar Bears. You see Franklin there at 3-1, West Henderson at 2-2, and they're sub 500. And everybody else in the conference, overall record sub 500 or at 500 with Tuscola. You see the conference tournament begins February 14th. Guess where the conference tournament is? Right here at the Panther Den. First time in 7 years. 2018 was the last time that the Panther Den hosted the conference tournament. At that point, it was the Mountain 6 Conference. Cutting to the hole. And she got the roll. Scontras got the bucket. And Wes has opened up a 6-point edge, 27-21. Heading towards 3 minutes left here in this third. Feeding Peyton Beatty was Layla Malloy. Looks like we've got some shots coming up. Maybe not. Now that'll be the fifth. Yeah, that'll be the fifth foul on Wes. So you've got 2 shots. Foul was on Manuel, I believe. I haven't figured out that that was the 5th foul. Oh, it's going against Collier. Oh, she's not in the game. It can't be. Yes, she is. Yes, she's in the game. Collier picks up the foul. 2 shots. First rolls off for Peyton Beatty. Free throw line has not been kind. The floor in general has not been kind. The iron has not been kind, I should say, for the Panthers at this KBC at 27-21. Very low-scoring game. Second shot by Beatty. Got it to go. In the paint. Foul upcoming. That will send June Scontras to the line, the freshman. First foul whistled on Franklin here in the second half. That one's going against Layla Malloy. Just her first. So Scontras to attempt a couple. And can't hit the first. 2:56 to go here in the third. If you just joined us, it's been this way the entire night on the varsity girls side. Both teams make runs. West Henderson, though, in this second half, continues to have a little more offensive prowess than the Panthers. And that's not saying much. Almost a turnover, it will be. Cross-court pass. Clemens could not secure it. Out of bounds it goes. Back to the West Henderson Falcons, now at 29-22. 7-point advantage. Justice brings it up. High pass is saved out of bounds into the hands of Bristol Brooks. Bristol going to bring it up. 2:20 left. Bristol heaves one up. She'll be at the line. That'll be the 16 fouls. Well over the limit now in this quarter. Sawyer Manuel picks up the foul. Brooks can't hit the first. Panthers have been dreadful from the free throw line. Second shot, up and good. Justice gives it up into the corner. Now quickly underneath. Almost a steal. Collier able to secure it and go up, get the bucket. But to make it an 8-point advantage now for West Henderson. I believe that is their biggest of the night. Green with it, kicks it into the corner. Malloy back up top. Haley had it briefly. Back to Green. Green feeding underneath. Beatty knocked away. Bodies on the deck. Possession arrow is to West Henderson. Get some subs coming in for Hartbarger now. Foster and Stiles check in for the Lady Panthers. Trailing 31-23. Justice kicks it. It's a men in the corner for three. Wouldn't go. Fight for it. Falcons come out with it. Another attempt from downtown for a men. Maya men cannot hit. And Franklin able to secure it, and we'll see if they can cut into the lead here. Green on the dribble. Harassed by Justice. Gets double team. Lost control. Manuel with it. Looked like she traveled the bench for the Panthers. Wanted a traveling violation. High off the glass. It wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Ella Collier makes it a 10-point lead for the West Henderson Falcons. As we tick the final seconds of this third quarter, Franklin has only been able to muster 3 points in this third quarter. Almost a steal. In the corner, it's Aubrey Haley. Kicks it around. Bristol. Brooks running shot short, but a late whistle will send Bristol to the line with 36.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Collier going to pick up her second foul. First shot up and good for Bristol Brooks. Subs coming in for Coach Casey Byer. McCollin along with Druskus into the game. Second shot up and good, nothing but net with both for Bristol Brooks. 35 seconds left. 8-point lead for West. Shot well off the mark. Panthers going to race up court quickly. Bristol Brooks lost control. Stripped away. Scontras off the glass. The freshman having a whale of a night. Back to a 10-point lead. Final 12 seconds, third quarter. Bristol driving. High shot. Got it, and the foul. That was just what the doctor ordered for the Lady Panthers. First foul whistled on, was that Manuel? And Bristol will get the and one situation. West didn't realize it was just a 1 point or a one free throw attempt. It's a steal. Shot wouldn't go at the buzzer. And that'll do it. Third quarter in the books, 35-28, 7-point lead for the Lady Falcons as we head to break.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
8 minutes left here in this girls varsity action. George Young alongside of our fantastic FPSN crew. Glad that you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. Philip Angel, our executive producer. Joshua Chastain, our fantastic cameraman tonight. Glad you're with us wherever you may be. And whatever platform you're watching. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to us. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and like us, follow us. Make sure that you get those notifications when we go live. Panthers have the opening possession, trailing by 7, and that's going to be a turnover. Not the way Coach Scott Harbarger wanted to open this fourth quarter. Panthers had a little life offensively to end that third quarter. See if that carries into this fourth quarter. Druskus will give it up. Up high, it's Lyda, 3. That's an air ball. Bristol Brooks. Underneath, and almost a turnover. Green picks it up, finds Brooks. He drives in, lifts a wild shot, wouldn't go. And the rebound secured by the Falcons and Lyda. They're off to the races. Quickly up court, Druskus into the corner. He'll give it up to Lyda. Lyda in the paint. Was it Druskus? Yeah, it was Druskus, not Lyda. Druskus with the bucket. 9-point lead, 37-28 for the Falcon. Seeking their 8th win overall, and they're 3rd in the conference, and another turnover. Riley Druskus with the bucket. Now an 11-point lead for the Falcons. The turnover bug has bitten the Lady Panthers in this fourth quarter. Deep 3, Bristol Brooks wouldn't go. Here come the Falcons. Justice, give and go. Wouldn't fall. Swinging it underneath. That one's knocked away. Got a whistle and a sub coming in. Like Clemens going to check in for Riley Green. Panthers will keep possession. 5:51 left. Trailing by 11. It goes in. Up high. Now underneath. Nice. Off the glass. Caitlin Foster with the bucket. 5:40 left. 3, air ball at the top of the key for Allison Justice. A couple of air balls we've seen here in the fourth quarter. The Panthers chance to cut into the lead as they have possession. 5.5 left. Bristol is open. She can't hit. Offensive rebound. Haley short with the jumper, and the board is saved underneath by Druskus. Going to kick it up court. Now into the corner. It goes out of bounds. Carroll got a little excited. She was wide open, and I believe dribbled it off of her foot. Maya Min, the three-point machine, will check in. Layla Malloy going to also check into the game for Coach Hartbarger and the Lady Panthers. 5:07 left, 9-point advantage for West Henderson. Brooks off that timeline over to Malloy. Malloy now Plemons 3. Got it! McKenna Plemons will get the 3 to go. So we've got a timeout. You see it. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Big shot in the arm for Coach Scott Harbarger's bunch. Was that a 3 or 2? They put 30-second timeout. Here's the conference standings and how important this game is if you want to keep pace at the top. Panthers have a busy week tonight. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, they're going to pack in some games. Smoky and Hayesville. And the next week, a couple of games at home, weather permitting, obviously. And moved the game that was on scheduled for Friday against Swain to February 5th. So we're back as the timeout's in the books. Panthers pick up in the backcourt. Falcons going to break it. 3 up and good from the corner. It's Maya Min. And the Falcons back out in front by 9. Bristol Brooks got to swing it. Malloy. Alpine Foster briefly gives it up to Brooks. She is open, tries to answer. It's off the mark. Lyda. Another 3. Back of the iron. Carroll. High rebound secured by Lyda underneath. Shot no, got her own rebound, and she goes up. Does Riley Druskus, and she gets fouled, so that'll send Druskus to the line. 2 shots. First foul this fourth quarter for either team. Going against Bristol Brooks, her second. Oh, let's say no shots. Okay, wow. She was in the act. All right. The Druskus will get it inbounds. Maya Min, top of the key 3, no. Rebound Foster. Off to Bristol Brooks, slowly brings it up across. Call out the offense, give it up to Plemons, 3. Got it! McKenna Plemons keeping the Panthers in this one. As she was open. She's deadly. She's open usually. In the paint. Shot wouldn't go for the Falcons. They try to save it out of bounds. And it's going to stay with West Henderson. Up high goes Riley Druskus. Lyda thought about it up top. Drain some clock now. I'm sure that's what Coach Casey Byer is telling her ladies. You've got a commanding lead here. Drain some clock and make the Panthers play defense. And a foul is called. That'll be just the second whistled on the Lady Panthers. Manuel gets it in bounds. Deep in the corner, Druskus. Now to Justice. And draining more clock. Playing keep away. To the hole. Shot wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. And the stick back up and good for Ella Collier. And one situation for Collier to try to make it a 9-point lead for her Falcons. Couldn't get the and one. Rebound, tie up, possession arrow, West Henderson. Manuel at trigger. Up high goes Druskus. Down to 2:41 left. More clock being drained. Looked like Haley wanted to foul her. They didn't whistle it. West retains possession. And they got to start fouling. If you're Franklin, most likely. Got 3 already. Yeah, 2 more to give. Jumper off the mark. Another offensive rebound. Collier going to back it out. She gets double teamed, hits the deck, foul on Franklin. Fourth on the Lady Panthers. One more to give, 2:10 left. Fourth going against Bristol Brooks. Or no, Riley Green, rather. 10, or 1, not 10. Riley Green picks up. No, they put the wrong number up there. Right. Aubrey Haley is the Lady Panther that picked up the fourth foul. So we've got a whistle and a timeout here. It's a 30-second timeout. Foul trouble for Aubrey Haley. No fouls whistled against West Henderson so far in this fourth quarter. With 2:10 left. There's not a lot of folks in the gym tonight, which I could have anticipated with all of the ice that is still plaguing a lot of back roads. A lot of people probably surprised they're playing this. And I am too. I'm happy we're playing it, but kind of surprised. That'll be the fifth foul on Franklin. So shots upcoming with 2:07 left. Riley Druskus will be at the line for 2 shots. Got the roll on the second, did Druskus. It's looking bleak for the Lady Panthers. Lady Falcons will earn an impressive road win if the Lady Panthers cannot come back. Brooks in the paint to the hole. Wouldn't go, but she'll be at the line for a couple. First foul whistled on West Henderson. Minute 50 left. Fourth quarter. Allison Justice picks up a foul. That's her third. Bristol cannot hit. Free throw line's been dreadful for the Panthers. Go back and look at the game. They have had some opportunities. Hit the second at Bristol. Panthers pick up in the backcourt and a quick foul. Clemens will pick it up. 2 shots on the other end. Minute 49 left, fourth quarter. 8-point lead for the Falcons. So Allison Justice, the senior for Coach Casey Byer, will be at the line for a couple of shots here. Clemens picks up her second. First one's up and good. One more for Justice. Can't hit the second. Another offensive rebound. Been offensive rebounds and foul shots. It's been the bugaboo for the Lady Panthers. Credit the Falcons. They've been able to secure those rebounds, and that's been really the story. Able to get second, third chances on the Falcon offensive end. More shots. Got 2 upcoming for Manuel. Sawyer Manuel. Cannot hit the first. Falcons have not been all that great from the charity stripe either. Second shot up and good. 10-point lead for the Falcons. Approaching 90 seconds left. Clemens 3. No good. Long rebound. Kicked around. Panthers trying to cause a turnover. Now a foul in the backcourt. It's going to send Allison Justice to the line. Who picked up the foul? Yeah, Clemens. Her third. Justice. 2 shots at the free throw line. She can't hit the first. second shot no good, an offensive rebound, and then a turnover. It's Bristol Brooks. Shot blocked, foul upcoming, and a couple of shots upcoming for Bristol Brooks. Going against Sawyer Manuel, the sophomore. That'll be her third. Bristol will be at the line. And Bristol hits the first. She'll get one more. Fortunately, at this point, with a minute 19 left, you're going to start to need threes. Trailing by 9. Foul. More shots. Ella Collier will head down to her end of the court and will attempt more free throw shots. Glad you are with us and hanging with us. This girls' varsity boys' varsity is coming up about 10-15 minutes after the conclusion of this one. We'll get the boys' varsity underway. And before they introduce all the players, they will honor Max McClure for breaking his brother's record, the all-time career scoring mark. The first one is up and good. One more from the stripe for Ella Collier. He hits the second. 11-point lead. Got a bump, just the third on West, so no shots here. Anna Stiles was bumped by Lyda. It's her fourth. Plemons open three. Got it. Kenna Plemons keeps the Panthers into this game. A pulse, turnover. Panthers half possession on their end, trailing by 8. 56.2 seconds left. Deep three. Back of the iron. If that one would have went, it would get interesting. Head to the other end, more shots upcoming. Foul on McKenna Plemons. First shot up and no good. She'll get one more. And the second shot, no good. Panthers still have a pulse, down 8. Got to get it across, got to hit some threes. Green, 3, no. 37.4, more shots. Anna Stiles picks up the foul, her first. Sawyer Manuel at the free throw line. And misses the first. He won't put this tape on to show youngsters how to hit free throws. It's not been a clinic for sure. Both teams have struggled. Bristol Brooks over to Plemons. She gets fouled attempting a three. So 3 shots upcoming. Watch this collision. Ooh. 3 shots here for McKenna Plemons. Got the first. She can hit all 3. Still a question mark. One more to make it a 6-point lead. Got all 3. Timeout Hartbarger. Scott wants to talk it over. Is it going to be a full timeout? Yes, it will be. It's going to be a full timeout. 31.9 seconds left. 6-point advantage for the Falcons as we head to break.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Well, the Panthers still have life late here. 31.9 seconds left, trailing by 6. Falcons have led the entire second half after it was tied at 20 after 2 quarters. Panthers will pick up in the backcourt with some pressure. They'll get it in and almost calls a steal. Was it a foul? No. Just out of bounds. Some subs coming in. Layla Malloy going to check in for Hartbarger and the Lady Panthers. Clemens will take a seat. Offense for defense. And also Clemens, I believe, has 4 fouls. We got a foul on Bristol Brooks. March to the other end now for some shots. I think it's going to be Druskus. Yep, Druskus will be at the line. 29.8 seconds left. It's the first. Clemens going to check back in. Again, offense for defense. Got to have her in. She's deadly from beyond the arc. Druskus hits them both. Big shots. Panthers need a 3. Bristol Brooks leans in. Gets the bucket to go. We had a whistle. What happened? It was a fast break for West Henderson. Coach Casey Byer is upset. Looks like a timeout was called by Coach Scott Hartbarger. It's going to be a full timeout. So we will take one back after this. .1 seconds remaining in this game. Falcons have possession. And West going to break it. That may do it. Lyda dribbling around, draining some clock. And now a whistle and a foul. 9 seconds left. And may be all she wrote. Foul on Malloy. Justice at the line, 2 shots. Clemens back in. Another miss. And another foul. This was going against Franklin. It was on Clemens, I believe. That may be her 5th. Yep, Clemens going to take a seat. McKenna Clemens fouls out of this game. More shots. It's Caden Lyda. Down to 6.4 seconds left, and it may be all over except for the final score. As the first one's up and good. Second shot, no. Panthers race down Bristol Brooks at the buzzer. That's going to do it. Final 54-46 as the West Henderson Falcons advance their overall mark to 8-8, and now 3-2 in the conference. And now Franklin's 8-8, or excuse me, 7-7, and 3-2 in the Mountain 7 Conference. A tough loss for Coach Scott Harbarger's bunch, as they thought that they're pretty evenly matched with this West Henderson bunch and that they could get a win here and really keep pace with the Pisgah Sugar Bears, but it was not the case tonight, as West Henderson able to edge Franklin 54-46 in the girls' varsity action. You see the boys' varsity coming on to the court. West Henderson on your left and Franklin on your right. We're going to come back here in just a few moments, talk with Coach Doug Clemens, boys' varsity head coach, about the 2 victories that they had last week, and then about these West Henderson Falcons here in just a few moments. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Welcome back. George Young now joined with head coach Doug Clemens of the boys varsity. Last time we talked to you, Coach, you've picked up 2 impressive wins, one in the conference against North Henderson a week ago here at the Panther Den, and then you went on the road and beat a really good Andrews team in a close game until the very end. The final score maybe doesn't indicate how competitive that game was. And really the game we saw last Tuesday, the final score wasn't indicative of how close that game was. You guys pulled away late. Recap those 2 victories for us.
Well, I feel like both of the wins against North and against Andrews were against quality teams. A lot of people want to measure our Andrews win against the game earlier in the season. We played probably our best game of the season that night, and I don't think Andrews had all their pieces together at the time. We knew it was going to be a tough game. We talked about it. We coached it into the kids, and we were right. It was a good, hard-fought game against Andrews. I feel like they're one of the probably top 5-6 teams on our schedule. So we felt like we beat a good team against North Henderson. Just comparing scores and looking at scores and the record as against who they had played, we felt like that was going to be a tough game. We knew they had size. I feel like with our starting lineup, they had size on us almost at every position. So we were able to take that on. Their big kid hurt us a little bit inside early on, but I felt like as the game went along, we kind of wore them down. And in the fourth quarter kind of took control of the game, which we've done many times. I feel like our conditioning and our depth usually kicks in along with our pressure, and we're hoping to hopefully do the same thing tonight.
One thing also that happened in that Andrews game was Max McClure eclipsed the all-time scoring record. He set, or he broke his brother's record that he set a couple of years ago. Talk about Max. Obviously, he's a senior this year, and he's been a 4-year starter.
He has been. He's been a 3-year starter. His first year as a freshman, that's when Miles was a senior. We had an outstanding team that year, and to Max's credit, he's paid his dues. In that particular year, he came off the bench. I think he averaged about 6 points a game. Was not a starter and played well for us off the bench, and then has been a standout player since then, since his sophomore year, been the starting point guard, and we've been very successful since Max. He has a chance, not only is the all-time leading scorer, but he also has a chance possibly to graduate as the all-time winningest player based on the 4 years of his career being on varsity. So we're excited about that. Standout player, standout person, great leader, leads more by example than he does. He's not afraid to speak up, but he lets his game kind of speak for itself. And so we're excited that he was able to break that record against Andrews, and we're hoping to celebrate that perhaps, before our game tonight.
Well, tonight it's West Henderson, Coach, nemesis over the past 3 or 4 years. This year, though, their record 2-13. Obviously, a lot of loss from graduation. What do you see out of this Falcons bunch tonight?
Well, spoke to the coach this morning when we were trying to decide whether we were going to be able to play tonight or not. They're going through a tough season. It happens. They were very senior oriented over the last year in particular. Lost I think they lost 4 out of 5 starters. But at the same time, like you said, it seems that they play their best against us. There's just something there. I know they have a great home venue, and they know that we have a great home venue. I don't know how the weather will affect the crowd tonight, but I hope folks will want to get out and maybe get out of the cabin a little bit and get out and see some other folks. But we're excited about tonight. The weather has messed with us a little bit over the weekend and then certainly yesterday, but we're ready to get started back. And I know the kids are excited to play again. We have a unique situation in that we have three games in a row. If allowed to play, tomorrow night at Smoky, we'll play West tonight, Smoky tomorrow night, which will be 2 conference games back to back. And then we'll travel over to Hayesville to play a non-conference game on Thursday.
And then that game that was on the schedule for Friday against Swain County has been moved to the end of the season too, right?
Yes, it's been moved into February, so we'll hopefully get a chance to play that game because it'll also be a home game. We like our schedule. We were on the road early in the year, just about every game. Now we're hitting this little home stretch with including next week, which will be two home games with a huge game on next Tuesday against East Henderson. Arguably that game could be to decide the conference championship. So we're building toward that, and I like where we're at right now.
Well, Coach, as always, appreciate you joining us here, and we'll catch up with you a week from tonight.
Okay.
Doug Clemens, head boys varsity basketball coach. Stay with us, fans. We've got more to come.
My name's Garrett Young. I'm a freshman and I wrestle at FHS. And I've been selected for the FHS Athlete of the Month. My biggest goals are to win state as a freshman, which is going to be pretty tough, but also to go to these big tournaments nationwide and win it. I recently wrestled at the War Eagle tournament and ended up getting MVP. Really, it means a lot going in that high school tournament and wrestling all the big seniors and juniors. I just really wrestled smart, I wrestled hard. My biggest motivator is my dad. Helps me through really cutting weight and just have the mindset to go out there and dominate.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home.
And we welcome you back inside of the Panther Den as we get set for the boys varsity action. Franklin comes in at 10-3, and the West Henderson Falcons uncharacteristic at 2-13. They have been at the top of the conference over the past 3 to 4 years, but this year have struggled. We're going to have a special presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Today we celebrate an incredible achievement that will be remembered in Franklin High School history. Last Friday night, in an electrifying game at Andrews, Max McClure etched his name in the record books by becoming Franklin High School's all-time leading scorer with 1,282 points. Max's dedication, talent, and relentless drive have inspired not just his teammates, but the entire team. Congratulations, Max. You beat your brother, who is presenting you as the all-time leading scorer. Let's give it up for Max McClure.
That's classic. You see Miles's shirt says Max's brother. That's classic there. I like that.
Now for the starting lineup for the West Henderson Falcons. Number 1, Neil Robinson. Number 3, Parker Maltby. Number 12, Tyler Nash. Number 22, Adrian Koo. And number 33, Cooper Lawrence. Panthers go lights out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get on your feet for tonight's starting lineup. From Ackler Forest, he's a guard, number 2, Braylon Cezanne. Clark's Chapel, he's a guard, number 3, Max McClure. Jack Drive, number 5, Jack Tisateski. Sam Van Hook Lane, number 14, Noah Brannon. Mark Allen Road, number 23, William Rower.
That's the starting lineups for both the Falcons and the Panthers. And once they turn the lights back on, we'll have some basketball. As I mentioned, these two teams come in. One at 2-13, the West Henderson Falcons, and the Panthers at 10-3. You see Noah Brannon will jump center against Tyler Nash, 6'5", senior, for Coach Brandon Brooks at the Falcons. Brannon at 6'2" on his official roster here for Max Preps. It's the Panthers that will control the opening tip. DeZarn gives it up to Tisateski. Now they'll swing it around. It's Will Rower's 3 off the mark. Brandon had it briefly. It's off of Noah Brannon. It'll go to the Falcons. Panthers early will pick up in the backcourt with some pressure. West going to be able to break it. Robinson kicks it. Koo going to give it up to Robinson. Bounce pass over to the scorer's table. Goes to Malby. Underneath. Shot up and good by Adrian Crew, Adrian Koo, sophomore, gets the bucket. Desarn, the tiptoe that baseline, kick it around. It's McClure now for three. In and out, no good. Koo able to grab the board off to Robinson. High pass over the head of his intended man in Parker Maltby. That'll be a turnover for the Falcons. First turnover so far in this game for the Falcons. Dressed in their familiar blue and red trim. Tisa Teskey from downtown wouldn't go. Max McClure secures the rebound. He has it in the corner and going to attempt again from three, and he tried to bank it home. And the bank not open late tonight. Neil Robinson into the front court. Swings it over to Maltby, back to Robinson. He holds it high. By Tisa Teskey. Now Maltby with it. Tyler Nash. He's been on the roster for a while for the Falcons. He's been a part of some really good teams. Cooper Lawrence lost it out of bounds. It'll be another turnover. Back-to-back trips down the court for West Henderson with turnovers. 6 minutes left here in this first quarter. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. I'm George Young alongside our fantastic FPSN crew, including Philip Angel, our executive producer, and Joshua Chastain on camera tonight as we've got a traveling violation on Noah Brandon. He shuffled his feet as he was deciding what he wanted to do with it. Panthers again going to pick up in the full court. Robinson has it. It's double team. Going to kick it. Back to Robinson it goes. Robinson going to have to break that press. He does. Drives in, kicks. Out it goes. It's a three. Maltby got it. Parker Maltby gives the Falcons a 4-point lead. I guess it was not a three. It was a 2-point bucket just on the line, they'll say. 4-0 West Henderson. Early on here, 5:24 left. Catch and shoot. Will Rowers air ball from downtown. Franklin not shooting well, similar to their ladies team earlier. Is not going. Maybe the layoff with being cooped up in the house with all the snow. I don't know. In the corner, it's another three, and that one is off the mark for the Falcons. Desarn has it. He's going to attempt. He can't hit. And the rebound kicked around, going to be secured by the Falcons. It's Maltby going to bring it up. Maltby going to kick it over Robinson. Robinson dishes. Knocked away from Koo. And it's going to stay with West. They did adjust. It is officially now a three. They adjusted the scoreboard. 5-0. And it goes Nash. Tries to get position, kicks it. Maltby, baseline jumper. Got his own rebound, goes back up. He can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound, another missed shot. Tyler Nash couldn't get it to go. Tisa Teskey with the rebound. Brings it up. Into the corner it goes. Brandon. Brandon going to dribble out. Find Jack. Over to Braylon Desarn. Desarn can't get it. Robinson off to the races. Robinson kicks. Three. Got it. Parker Maltby. Maltby gives the Falcons an 8-0 lead. 3:57 left in the first. Franklin is sleepwalking. He could not hit a shot. Parker Maltby himself has 2 threes in the ball game. And the West Henderson Falcons coming in with just 2 wins so far this season. Up 8-0 over the 10-3 Panthers. Just a quick one, a 30-second timeout. As you can see, not a lot of folks in the stands tonight, which is kind of expected. A lot of folks surprised with playing this game tonight. School not in session tomorrow for Franklin area Macon County schools, although Natahala and Highlands are going on a delay. Remote e-learning tomorrow for Franklin area schools. Today, Henderson County was out for remote learning. Noah Brandon underneath. They'll kick it around. Corner, Braylon DeZarn, 3. Back of the iron. Panthers still scoreless through over a half of a quarter now. Into 3:35 left. Robinson with it. We'll kick it over. Lawrence into the corner. Maltby had it briefly back out to Robinson. He's going to drive in, lost control. Then Robinson picks it back up. He can't get it. Stick back though. Tyler Nash. West Henderson up 10-0. Jack Tisateski swings it into the corner. Brandon, a 3. He got it. Noah Brandon gets the Panthers off the schneid. Robinson into the front court. Drives. He's going to kick. Koo. Couldn't get it to go. Let's see if Noah Brandon able to break the seal on that bucket. Up high, it's Tisateski. Approaching 2.5 left here, first quarter. DeZarn thought about it, gives it up. Max dribbling. Fon DeZarn. Tisateski a deep 3. Back of the iron. Nash over to Robinson. And swing it over to Maltby. Parker Maltby with 2 minutes left. Finds Lawrence. Lawrence wouldn't go. Tisateski with the board. Over to Max, now Tisateski. Back to McClure. Attacks. Got fouled, did McClure. That'll be the first whistle on either team here in this first half. Brady Duvall going to check in, the junior for Coach Brandon Brooks of the Falcons. No shots here. Tisateski to trigger, gets it in. It's Noah Brandon deep in that corner. Tisateski for 3. He wouldn't go. Rebound McClure. He goes up. Can't get it. And then McClure able to slap it away, but that's the last touch by Max McClure. West controls possession with $1:36 to go first quarter. Neil Robinson has it in the backcourt, now finds Duvall into the front court. Swinging a pass to Brady Nash, almost intercepted. Tyler Nash, rather. Jonah Christ checks in. He's going to trigger. You see him on your screen for Coach Brandon Brooks. Falcons up 10-3. So we approach 1:20 left. Robinson holds it high. Finds Christ. Over to Robinson. Pass intercepted. Tisateski. Jack gives it up. McClure will be at the line. Christ going to pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team's third. Max McClure at the charity stripe. 2 shots. He gets the first, cuts into that West Henderson lead. Now at 6. And he gets them both. Almost a turnover. Nash in the paint gets the roll. McClure up top on the dribble, kicks. Tisateski 3. Got it. Jack Tisateski with the first 3 of the night for the Panthers. And it's a turnover. Tisateski for 3. Wouldn't go. Stick back, Noah Brannon. Another high pass. Robinson secures it. We're down to 17 seconds. Robinson fires a pass over to Maltby. Maltby going to dribble out, give it up. It's Christ. Into the corner, Maltby 3. No good. Rebound picked up by Nash, and he gets the stick back to go. 4 seconds left. At the buzzer, Max McClure at the buzzer cuts into the West Henderson Falcon lead. It's just a point after Franklin trailed by 10 at one point. That'll do it for the first quarter. We'll take a break. Back after.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Franklin mounted a furious comeback to end that first quarter and now just trail by a point. 14-13, capped by almost a backcourt violation. Oh, and now a timeout going to be called by West Henderson. I believe what he was signaling for a timeout. What are they going to whistle here? Brandon Brooks is like, hey, I want a timeout. And looks like it's going to be Panther basketball. Coach Brooks says, hey, I wanted a timeout. So it's Panther basketball. Strange opening sequence here in this second quarter. In the corner, it's McClure going to back it out, kick it. Sutton into the game. He has it briefly. Now Tisateski gets it. He's open for 3. Rims out. Kicked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Franklin. Attic Sutton triggers, gets it in. It's McClure going to back it out. Corners. 3 for Brannon wouldn't go. Lance Parker has checked in along with Attic Sutton out of the quarter break. They're on the floor. Panthers ratcheting up the defensive pressure. Nash deep in the corner. Now Christ has trouble. It's Tisateski with a rebound with the block. The turnover. Noah Brannon will get the bucket and the foul. He'll be at the line for for one shot here. The Panthers take the lead for the first time in this game at 15-14. If you just joined us, 1 point that first quarter, trailing by 10. At a furious comeback. Brannon, one shot. And he can't get it to go. Foul was on Jonah Christ. His second. First here in this second quarter for West. Almost a steal. Maltby kicks it into the corner. It's lost out of bounds. And it'll be Panther basketball as Lawrence lost it. Rower's going to check into the game. off the bench for Noah Brandon, who is going to take a seat. 6:30 left here in the second quarter. Attic Sutton going to bring it up. Over to Tisateski, back to Sutton. Now Tisateski, he's open. Got it! Jack Tisateski from downtown. We've got a timeout on the floor. Tisateski is nailing them now. It's going to be, it looks like, a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. If you didn't join us for the girls' action, schedule changes galore with the snow and all the rules associated with playing games during the week. Found out this week you can't play 4 consecutive games because that would have been the schedule if they hadn't moved the game. We're slated to play Swain on Friday here at the Panther Den, and that would have been 4 consecutive games. The state does not allow you to do that. So they moved the Swain County home game to the 5th of February. I've been told that senior night remains on February 5th because that'll be the final regular season home game on the 5th, but actually the 4th of February will be the senior night festivities. They are not moving it. That's the latest and greatest schedule until it snows. And then we'll have another schedule. Neil Robinson brings it up. Kicks it over to Maltby. Maltby gets it stolen away. Will Rowers. Foul before the shot, I believe. Maltby picks up his second. It will be on the shot. Okay. 2 shots for Will Rowers. Can't hit the first. He'll get one more. Can't hit either. Robinson had it briefly and lost it. Nope. I'll say it was last touch by a Panther, all right. I must have split his legs there and knocked it between his legs. There's a turnover. Attic Sutton finds Will Rowers. Now it's Tisateski get a feed in the paint. Parker kicking it left side. Max McClure had it briefly into the hands of Parker. He can't get it to go. McClure with the rebound. He goes up. And Max McClure will be at the line for 2 shots after he was fouled underneath the hole. That'll be the second on Adrian Koo. First one rims out. One more at the stripe. Koo picks up his first. That's the third on West Henderson. Panthers, after trailing the entire first quarter, now up 19-14. And that ball was kicked. Lawrence gets it inbounds to Robinson now. The bottom of your screen, the pass is knocked away and could not be saved by Will Rowers. .5:21 to go here, second quarter. Bogged down in some turnovers here in the second. Panthers ratcheting up that pressure in the backcourt, and a late whistle. And a foul on Rowers, I believe. Yeah, Rowers will pick it up. That'll be the first whistled on Franklin. First on Rowers. It was close to being a 10-second violation. Robinson in the backcourt. What about Tisateski? Got to get it across, and they do. And he hits the deck. I don't know how that's not traveling. Jump ball possession arrow to Franklin. Saw in the girls' game, she couldn't do what he just did there. Called traveling. Instead of a jump ball situation. McClure over to Tisateski. Under 5 minutes left here, second quarter. It's Sutton deep in the corner over to Tisateski. Parker spins and shoots. Got it. Parker able to give the Panthers a 7-point edge. Robinson drives in, kicks it. It's Nash. Nash gets triple teamed, going to kick it out. Robinson up top for 27 to go. Now, Koo kicks it into the corner. Lawrence somehow dribbles out of it. Maltby swings a pass. Underneath, Koo, no. Tip up, no. Another offensive rebound. That's Nash. Count it, and one for Tyler Nash. Parker going to pick up the foul. His first, team second. Tyler Nash, one shot, and he gets it to go. McClure into Parker. Parker got fouled. He'll be at the line. Our next broadcast will be coming up a week from tonight. It'll be a big one here at the Panther Den for the boys varsity. East Henderson, undefeated, overall undefeated in the conference. Will come a-calling. Parker can't hit the first. We'll look at the conference standings when we get another chance here in this ball game. But right now it's Franklin and East at the top. It's East able to clip Panthers in conference. The only loss in conference so far. We'll have that one here on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Should be a lot of eyes on that one. A steal up top. McClure. Max McClure adds to his all-time career points total at Franklin High School. After surpassing his brother on Thursday night. 1,282 was the record, but he continues to shatter it and will for the remainder of the season. Almost a travel. They're going to whistle a travel. Like he slipped, did Adrian Koo. Desarn going to check in for Coach Doug Clemens. Desarn off the bench. I see a couple of guys that have the bleached hair going. Pisateski, Desarn, that's new. Must have been bored with all the snow. To bleach their hair. Three by McClure. It's the top of the backboard, and they'll whistle it dead. Ball popped away from behind, saved out of bounds into the hands of West Henderson by Tisateski. Another turnover. Up court, Will Rowers off the glass, and Coach Brandon Brooks has seen enough. He's going to whistle or get a timeout, whistle. With now the Panthers on the verge of taking a double-digit lead. 2:39 left here, second quarter. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. Here's the conference standings on the boys' side. And you see East Henderson at the top, 4-0. Franklin right behind them at 3-1, and Pisgah at 3-1 as well. And West Henderson there in the basement at 0-4 in the conference, and 2-13 overall. After a number of years of dominance in the Mountain 7 Conference, West Henderson this year struggling with the young team. 2:36 left. Again, Robinson has some difficulty getting it across that timeline, and another turnover. McClure feeds up court. Desarn can't get it to go. Got his own missed shot. Got to kick it out. Tisateski into the corner. McClure tiptoes that baseline. Goes up. What a shot. As McClure hits the deck, more pressure in the backcourt. Robinson across that timeline. Lost control of it, and last touch by Robinson. Neil Robinson had it stripped, and it went right off of his leg, it looked like. Panthers now up 11 at 28-17. If you just joined us, Franklin trailed 10-0 at one point in this game. A turnover. Robinson. He'll dribble out now as the defense collapsed. He'll kick it over. Christ to three. No good. Up court, Desarn. Max McClure with the assist. Almost another steal. And a whistle, a traveling violation in midcourt on Brady Duval. Buck 33 left second quarter, 30-17. Panthers able to get their legs offensively here in the second quarter. Really late first quarter into the second quarter, capped by Max McClure hitting a buzzer beater from downtown to end the quarter. Lance Parker with some issues. He loses control of it. Robinson has it. He's double teamed up top. Finds Nash, kicks it into the corner. Maltby a three. And when he's been open, he's been hitting them from the corner. Desarn tries to answer and does. Under a minute left. Robinson with some issues in the backcourt. Almost a turnover now. A whistle and a foul. Nash secured that pass and then was fouled. Is that going to be? No, it's just the third on Franklin. Tisateski going to come in for Max McClure. Take a seat. .44 seconds left in the second. Christ into the corner. It's Nash. A three, no. Rebound secured. Lance Parker off to Tisateski. He's going to push it up court quickly. Desarn gets bumped. That should be shots, yes, the fifth foul on West Henderson. A couple of free throw shots for Braden Desarn. That's the third foul on Jonah Christ. First one up and good for Braylon Desarn. I get one more. And he hits the second. Glad that you're with us as we tick down the final seconds of this second quarter. I'm George Young alongside our fantastic behind-the-scenes crew and Philip Angel and Joshua Chastain. In the corner, 5-second call going to be whistled on Adrian Koo. 15-point lead for the Panthers. They can build on it. Final 17 seconds. Desarn picks it up at midcourt. Parker into the corner. Will Rowers three off the mark. May do it. It will. 1 quarter in the books here at the Panther Den, and Franklin flipped the script on the West Henderson Falcons in the second quarter and have taken a double-digit lead here at the break. 35-20 at the half. Coming up, we're going to have our Panther Tracks segment. This one is going to be with Derek Rowland and Matt Corbin talking about the Fred Goldsmith era, and we'll come back and we'll get you set for the beginning of the third quarter in just a few moments. So hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information. It's time now for Panther Tracks, a look back at the storied history of Franklin High School athletics.
There was tremendous hype around Coach G coming to Franklin, and it was, we're getting a big-time collegiate football coach that, wanted to come back to Franklin and take ownership of the football team, and that's exactly what happened. And I say football team because I think it was what happened with Coach G in his rookie year. When he came in, it went from a football team to a football program. I think what he did and what he was able to bring with his tremendous experience and track record in college, he was able to bring that directly to Franklin High School and begin implementing it immediately. Our practices, it went from, doing Oklahomas and then running plays, and it went from that to broken down into periods. We had 24 periods, and first 4 we were stretching, then we were going into breaking out in our separate offense and defense, specialization, working with linemen, linebackers, and really then coming back together at the end there. So the practices, the way we went about preparing for games, we would watch film on Monday and we would go light, then we would have a heavy day Tuesday, then we were back in our shoulder pads on Wednesdays, and Thursdays we would be watching film and prepping for games and walkthroughs. So, he brought a system, everything from our pregame meals to how we did things on the practice field, to the way we prepared for games, to the way we watched film, and really taught us a lot about the game of football and about, he had a system to where, we had a lot of great athletes on both of the years that I played. And his thing was he did not want people to play both ways. And so while you might have had, tremendous athletes, and there were some tremendous athletes that I was fortunate enough to play with in those years, you had your average athletes that also would play, but nobody would have to play both ways. So we were always fresh. That offense was always fresh. And so he was able to recognize talent in everyone. He was able to put the right people in the right places, and we really reaped the benefits of that, of him bringing that system here to Franklin.
I really think that we're still living in the positive effects downstream of the Goldsmith days now in 2024, and I think Coach Josh would be the first to say that. A lot of his early years coaching, he was under the tutelage of Coach G, and there was a lot of excitement then. When Derek was playing, I was a freshman, and there was a lot of excitement just around the program. I know there were a lot of names that were thrown around to lead our program in that year. What was that, 2000, 2001?
2001.
Yeah, and then there was sort of this thought that, Fred Goldsmith moved. I think he moved back here to retire, and came back here where his lovely better half was hailed from, and the thought of having him coach was fantastic. And many thought he wouldn't take the job, and he did, and like Derek said, just really implemented a calculated program that elevated what we were doing from day one. You could tell a difference not only from the players but around the school, around the community. And I could sense that as I wasn't playing that first year that he coached. I was playing soccer. Interesting story how he recruited me. Maybe we'll get to that later. But yeah, you could just feel the excitement around it within the entire community. There was a buzz around that time, and I think we're very fortunate to have witnessed not only the successes that we have right now at Franklin High School and what we've had over the last 2.5, almost 3 decades, but to be able to witness that transition happen and see Coach G really transform this program to what it is today.
And that's been Panther Tracks. Stay tuned to FPSN as we look back at Panther athletics.
My name's Garrett Young. I'm a freshman and I wrestle at FHS. And I've been selected for the FHS Athlete of the Month. My biggest goals are to win state as a freshman, which is going to be pretty tough, but also to go to these big tournaments nationwide and win it. I recently wrestled at the War Eagle tournament and ended up getting MVP. Really, it means a lot going in that high school tournament and wrestling all the big seniors and juniors. I just really wrestled smart, I wrestled hard. My biggest motivator is my dad. Helps me through really cutting weight and just have the mindset to go out there and dominate.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home.
Welcome back. As you see, both teams have made it back out of the locker room, and we are closing in on the third quarter of action. George Young, alongside our fantastic FPSN crew, including Philip Angel and Joshua Chastain. Glad you're with us on this chilly Tuesday evening. No school tomorrow. It's an e-learning day in Macon County, in the Franklin area. Nantahala and Highlands are going on a 2-hour delay. Not a surprise we are playing ball tonight, but I'm glad that we are, because there's a lot of ball we got to get in before that conference tournament. That'll be here before you know it. That's right here at the Panther Den coming up in the middle part of February. We'll look at the schedule here, as we still have a few moments till we'll get to third quarter action. The latest and greatest schedule, if you haven't seen, they've shuffled some games around. Tomorrow night, Panthers will be in action against the Smoky Mountain Mustangs in Silva. And then traveling to Hayesville Thursday night. Friday game that was on the schedule since the beginning against Swain County at home has been moved to February 5th. That'll be the last regular season home game. But senior night will remain on February 4th at this point, unless they change it. You see the rest of the schedule, a pair of games at home next week, Tuesday and Friday. And then a couple on the road the following week before conference tournament, which begins February 14th. That'll be at satellite sites, higher seed. And then you see the semifinals and the finals. Here's the conference standings coming into tonight. Both teams are ready to go. It'll be Falcon basketball to begin the third quarter. As Lawrence looks to get it in, does into the corner. Maltby is going to lift a pass. It was off of a Panther, I believe. Or he stepped on the baseline. Lawrence gets it in high and had to be saved, kicked around. Who last touched it? It's going to stay with West Henderson. Cooper Lawrence once again. He'll get it in for Coach Brandon Brooks. Neil Robinson has it in the backcourt. Lawrence drives in, kicks. Nash had it briefly, finds Lawrence. Now back to Nash in the corner. He nails the three. Tyler Nash from downtown to get the scoring going. Third quarter. Brandon deep in the corner, going to dribble out. Find Tisateski now over to McClure. Spins a pass to Brandon. Gets it knocked away, picks it back up. Now back underneath it goes to Brandon. Will Rowers now has it. In and out with a three. On the rebound, a foul. It's going to go against Tisateski, his first, team's first for Franklin. So down it comes, Robinson. Robinson going to spin it over to Lawrence, now into the front court. Nash over to Robinson. Approaching 7 minutes left. Robinson going to pull up. Can't get the roll. Bowers comes out with it, lifts the pass, it's intercepted. And it's going to head out of bounds. Braylon Desarn dove for it, and it kicked off of his head, looked like, out of bounds. Robinson, guarded by Braylon Desarn, over to Lawrence. His pass intercepted by Will Rowers, and then Rowers steps on the baseline of the inline. And it'll be a turnover. Fans over here want a foul, but it was being blocked. Brandon with the steal. Gives it up to Desarn. Finger roll. Robinson gets his pocket picked. They're going to whistle a foul, though. A reach in from behind. Desarn going to pick up his first, team second. No shots, 6:21 left. Third quarter. Robinson driving. Like it was partially blocked. McClure dishes. Too tough for Desarn to handle. Pass knocked away. Desarn with it again. Desarn off the glass. Whistle and a timeout called. West Henderson wants to talk it over. Going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a break as well. 39-23 Panthers with the advantage. 5:48 to go, third quarter. Back after this. .548 third quarter. Coach Brandon Brooks and the Falcons had seen enough so far, and they wanted to talk things over. So they're going to have possession once they come off the bench. Here comes the Falcon. Maltby gets it inbounds to Robinson. Back to Maltby. And knocked away. And out of bounds. Going to be to the Panthers' possession. And another turnover for West Henderson. McClure brings it up over to Braylon Desarn. Now Tisateski back to Desarn. Max attacks. Can't get it to go. Nash with the rebound. Maltby for three. Parker Maltby has single-handedly kind of kept the West Henderson Falcons in this one. He has been deadly from beyond the arc. McClure splits a double team, can't get the roll in the paint. Off to Robinson. Robinson's pass almost into the bench. A deep corner three. Maltby! Parker Maltby, back-to-back trifectas. And you look up, it's just a 10-point advantage now for the Panthers. Going to be a 30-second timeout for Coach Doug Plemons. 4:27 left. Quick 6 points for West Henderson has cut into that Panther lead. It was 15 at the break. I think more folks have hit the exits trying to maybe beat the freeze. I don't think it's below freezing just yet. Just check my trusty weather app, and I think it's still above freezing. Yeah. I want to get home before all of the melting that took place today refreezes to a solid sheet of ice. Panthers have possession out of the timeout. Desarn in the corner, three, no good. Noah Brandon with the rebound. Braylon Desarn able to tiptoe the baseline and get the bucket off the glass. Maltby dishes into the front court. Robinson kicks, pass is knocked away. It'll stay with West Henderson. 3:56 left, third quarter. Lady Panthers drop the opener on the varsity side as the pass is intercepted, and then Desarn cannot save it out of bounds. (54-46), West Henderson able to defeat Franklin. And the varsity girls action before this one. Corner three, Maltby. My goodness. Maltby with 9 points in the last 2 minutes. Desarn tries to answer and does. Braylon Desarn from downtown. Back to a 12-point edge for the Panthers. 3:29 to go. Robinson into the front court. Over to Maltby. Through the hands of Duval. Off to the races, Desarn. He's going to attack. Off balance. Air ball. Duval with the board. Off to Robinson. Approaching 3 minutes left. Robinson is going to be whistled for the offensive foul. He can't believe it. Offensive foul on Robinson, his first. Team's first. Jacked inbound. McClure directing traffic, under 3 left, third quarter. Desarn open. And nothing but net. Braylon Desarn with a three, and it's 47-32. Panthers extending that lead again. And a whistle and a foul on Tisateski. Maltby gets it inbounds. Backcourt, it's Robinson. 2.5 left, third quarter. Over the head of Maltby, out of bounds. It'll be a turnover. Adrian Koo will check in for Coach Brandon Brooks. One thing that has been lacking for West Henderson is Brandon, baseline can't get it to go. Execution, just a lot of turnovers and just not been able to be very crisp. That has led to them being 2-13 coming into this one. Another airmail pass over the head of Robinson. Looks like Jalen Jackson's checked in. 0 was over his head. Thought that was not Robinson over there in the corner. So Jalen Jackson, senior forward, into the game for Brandon Brooks. McClure kicks it. Rowers behind the back pass. McClure over to Will Rowers, a 3 off the mark. Duval able to secure the board. West Henderson now has it. It's Maltby into the front court. Maltby swings it. Now it's Jackson. Drives in. Going to find Duval. His shot is short. Quickly up court. Desarn. They're going to wave it off. Say it was a foul on the floor. Fans really don't like it over here. That's the most noise we've received from these fans all night. It was close. I must have saw something I didn't see. McClure for 3. Rebound, Tisateski, another 3. Back of the iron. Another offensive rebound. It's Desarn this time. He kicks. Tisateski off balance. 3! Got it! Watch this. I mean, off balance. And another turnover. It's into the hands of Tisateski. Off to Desarn. 3! Got it! Braylon Desarn from the corner, and now a technical foul. We'll watch this replay. Who did they call a technical foul on? So they called it on Braylon Desarn. He must have said something or pointed. I couldn't tell. And if you can cue that replay up again, Phillip, after these free throw shots, we'll see maybe what he did. He must have said something. I didn't see him gesture, but maybe he did. Second shot up and good. We'll see here. All right, kicking it. Let's see here. There's the 3. Huh? He kind of did the windmill. I don't know. So it's Maltby that will get it inbounds for West Henderson. Robinson gets double teamed, almost a turnover. Over to Jackson. Jackson has trouble with it. Finds Duval. And Jackson driving in, kicking. It's been a struggle offensively for West Henderson. Just can not get into a rhythm. Jackson bounce pass, Duval saved into the hands of Tisateski. 10 seconds left. Tisateski to the hole. Count it, and 1 for Jack. Jalen Jackson picks up his first foul. 3rd on West, 1 shot. Nothing but net for Tisateski. 56-33. All of a sudden, the Panthers have put their foot on the gas and have extended that lead. Now at 23. Nash airmails it. Stick back, no. Another offensive rebound, and that shot wouldn't go, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. 56-33 after 3 quarters. We'll take a break.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
56-33, Panthers by 23, 8 minutes left in this one. Looking to pick up their 11th win overall and go to 4-1 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Back into conference action tomorrow night against Smoky Mountain. Attic Sutton has it, gives it up to DeZarn. Thought about it. Finds Lance Parker. Parker going to kick it over to Tisateski. Jack, high pass. McClure knocked away from him. Out of bounds, stays with Franklin. Rower's going to check back in for Plemons. DeZarn on the dribble, kicks. Will Rowers. Sutton finds a cutting McClure off the glass. Watch this. Executed to perfection. More issues. Into the corner it goes. Tyler Nash off the glass. Rowers kicks. DeZarn thought about it again. Started closely by Lawrence. Going to dribble out of there. Find an open Lance Parker. And his shot would not fall. Robinson, he's back in, and he kicks it over Lawrence. Now Maltby in the corner. He gets double teamed. He's been deadly from beyond the arc. Really the only offensive threat besides Nash here to begin this fourth quarter in the second half for West Henderson. He had 9 consecutive points at one point for West. Did Maltby. Rowers kicks it over to Braylon DeZarn, who drives in. Off the glass. Braylon DeZarn with a bucket. 60-37. Maltby saves it out of bounds. In the hands of Robinson. Nash, the rebound, and he gets fouled. Was he in the act of shooting is the question. Foul going to be on Sutton. His first no shots here. I didn't think so. Just never know when you're underneath. Sometimes the officials give you the benefit of the doubt. Robinson. High pass. 5.5 or 5:50 left. And Will Rower's going to pick up his second foul, and it's the team's second. And we got a full timeout on the floor with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left. 60-37 commanding lead for the Panthers as we head to break. Stay with us. Welcome back. 5:50 left out of the timeout. West has it. Just saw in the break that Henderson County schools are on a 2-hour delay tomorrow. West Henderson fans that are watching, you probably already know that. Was unsure. DeZarn shot from the corner, wouldn't go for three. Maltby driving, off balance, wouldn't go. Tisateski. DeZarn in the corner. It's off. Long rebound, Robinson. West, nifty move. Neil Robinson with the bucket. Outlet pass. Tisateski looked like he wanted to jam it, but was able to get the bucket either way. A lot of times when you attempt to jam it, then it rims out, or the vibration from movement of the rim knocks it off. A lot of new faces out. We're coming up here. 4:44 left. Shot up and good by Lawrence. We'll see when Doug Clemens elects to clear his bench. Tisateski able to get the bucket. 64-41. Neil Robinson to the hole. They're going to wave it off. Another offensive foul on Robinson. It's 2 on Robinson. The offensive kind. Yeah, that was. If you're a Panther fan, you'll take it. Rowers backs it out. Now Tisateski. Call out that offense. Under 4 left here. Fourth quarter. Jack driving. Kicking. Intercepted. Robinson wouldn't go. Hans Parker with a rebound off to Tisateski. Going to back it out here. Whistle and timeout called by Coach Doug Clemens. Going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 3:30 left. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Like Coach Clemens will empty his bench out of the timeout. And a lot of new faces, jerseys in there. We'll get you the numbers. C.J. Ingert, along with Aaron Bravo, out on the floor, along with Nolan Collins. And Brennan Cave also out. And Tristan Gibbs, the 5th player on the floor. Ingert has it. CJ driving in, kicking. Brennan Cave kicks it back out to Ingert as he drives in, finds Bravo up top, air ball from beyond the arc, and a save out of bounds into the hands of West, and then they turn it over. It's Bravo with it. Aaron Bravo going to find Cave, tiptoes, kicks, Gibbs in the corner. Tristan Gibbs dribbling. Got to find Ingert. He gets knocked to the floor. That'll be the second whistle on West Henderson. Robinson, I believe. No, it's not going to be Robinson. It will be, he's not on the floor. It'll be Osman. Got to pick up the foul. That's his first. Asa Osman. fan right below us enjoyed that call by the official. Into Bravo. Spinning and shooting, getting his shot blocked. Block shot secured by Gibbs. 2.5 left. Brendan Cave up top. Bounces a pass to Bravo. Guarded closely by Brandon Duval. Bravo shot off the mark. Duval with the rebound. Finds Mills. And Mills going to kick it over to Cathy. Both coaches have emptied their benches. Cathy now will be at the line as he gets fouled. C.J. Ingard picks up his first, and that's the third on Franklin. Carson Cathy at the line, and the first is off the mark. It's been a 23-point lead for a good portion of this fourth quarter for the Panthers. Second shot, back of the iron. Rebound, Duval. He tries to stick it back. It wouldn't go. Panthers, Bravo, race down. Going to kick it into the corner. It's a three. Up and good! From the corner by Nolan Collins. Panthers by 26. Minute 47 left. Mills will be fouled. I don't think he was in the act of shooting. Nolan Collins going to pick up the foul. Minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Panthers going to cruise to their 11th victory of the season. Three off the mark by Carson Cathy. Offensive rebound. Duval goes up. Check that. Mills gets the bucket. Jackson Mills. We'll get it to go. It's Bravo up top. He's going to attempt. In and out with the three. Offensive rebound. Tristan Gibbs will kick it out. Now it's Brennan Cave. 70 seconds left. Back of the iron with a three. West Henderson brings it down. To the hole. Wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound. That one's up and good by Tucker Robinson. 50 seconds left. Bravo thought about it. Going to drive in now. They get fouled. Duval going to pick up the foul. 45.8 seconds remaining. Oh, I got an offensive foul. We're heading the other way. Who did they call that on? 22, it's Brendan Cave. .41 seconds left. Off balance shot. Off the mark for Cathy. Bravo comes down court. 30 seconds left. Bravo's shot wouldn't go. Osman will be at the line. Stops the clock with 20.6 seconds to go. Asa Osman, 2 shots. And Osman gets the second to go, 20 seconds left. Bravo, 3. He got it. Aaron Bravo from downtown to make it a 70-46 lead. Little step back there. Nothing but net. That'll do it. Clock ticks to 0. And this one's in the books. 70-46, the final. Franklin advances their overall mark to 11-3 and 4-1 in the conference. West Henderson drops to 2-14 and 0-5 in the Mountain 7 Conference. These two teams will meet again on February 7th, the last regular season game for the Panthers, barring any delays and all the like. Panthers in action tomorrow at Smoky Mountain and then at Hayesville Thursday. Our next broadcast here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network is a week from tonight, as Franklin welcomes in the East Henderson Eagles at the Panther Den. My thanks to our fantastic FPSN crew, including Philip Angel and Joshua Chastain. For all involved, I'm George Young. Till next time, so long, everybody.